the Summer Game Fest 2026 honestly wasn't bad. There weren't that many games there that I was really interested, maybe a handful. One, however, was noticeably absent. NetEase had 3-4 different games revealed, or game trailers revealed at the showcase, and Ananta wasn't. They decided, for whatever reason, arguably their most hyped game right now was the game that they were going to omit for whatever reason. And players or fans of Ananta aren't really very happy. Ananta was speculated to be releasing in 2026. People all over social media believe that the game is releasing in 2026. I was of the impression that we're probably looking at a 2027 release date and that we're gonna have multiple public beta tests in 2026, but this image here led a lot of people to believe 2026 would be the year that the game releases. And you know what? It still might. But based off of its absence from the Summer Game Fest, realistically, all we have now is Gamescom and then Tokyo Game Show. And it is June now, June 5th, as of recording this video. There is no way the game holds multiple test phases in China and then globally, and then somehow successfully releases in 2026. At least, I don't believe that's possible. It might be. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. I don't know. The hype for Ananta, though, is so unbelievably high. Look at this. This is an AI-generated game. Legit, a game that was generated using AI, featuring several of the characters. It is... like, it doesn't even... I don't think it even looks good. It doesn't. Like... it just looks so out of place. But, like, there is AI Ananta. Like, legit, there is an AI Ananta before Ananta releases, which blows my mind. There are people all over social media that were saying stuff like this. This Tuesday, June 2nd, is the Sony State of Play. Let's see if there's any news about Ananta or any other gacha games. And if you are wondering, yes, I did have to censor a certain part of Taffy here because for whatever reason, this is completely animated and I think largely inappropriate for this video. But at the same time, evidently there was no news about Ananta at Sony State of Play. There was no news on Ananta at the Summer Game Fest either, which is highly and largely disappointing. Disregarding Ananta though, because as we've now seen, there's no news on it. They've been silent for months and we're probably not gonna hear anything till Gamescom. That's my speculation. If I'm lucky, we'll be at Gamescom. And if I'm lucky, we'll be able to showcase more of it. Or maybe not at Gamescom, maybe at Tokyo Game Show. I don't know. I'm anticipating getting more trailers and potentially beta test information this year. But until then, I will continue to highlight every bit of information that gets released or revealed or anything really. But Azure Pamelia is the other gacha game, and Silver Palace as well, I think. Silver Palace, still silent. Admittedly, I have had content creator friends reach out recently stating that they were reached out to for content creator server or content creator program admission, which means that they're reaching out to a lot of content creators right now with the anticipation of having them and using them for something. So I'm gonna assume here, based off of the active outreach that they're doing, they do have something planned for Silver Palace specifically. And I was sponsored for the last test phase, so I'm hoping here I'm sponsored again for the next one, if the next one is in fact why they're reaching out to content creators. And then Azure Pamelia, these are the 3 gacha games players wanted to know about but didn't get anything on. Azure Pamelia also had nothing debuted, and that I think is probably the biggest like sucker punch out of all of them, because China had betas, Korea had betas, Japan is having betas. Global still doesn't have a goddamn global publisher confirmed from what I'm aware of. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Now, Azure Premilia in Korea is supposedly launching in 2026. This is taken from Nexon's quarterly financial report, where they state Azure Premilia launch schedule 2026, which means the game is coming this year in Korea, maybe in Japan and China as well. I don't know, but global, we cannot have it released globally within the next 6 months if we still don't even have a goddamn publisher. So, Ananta, no new info, no new news, but, you know, at least we know it's eventually coming, and it's launching simultaneously, in theory, all around the world. Very much so hinting at global coming within, at the very least, the same year as China. Silver Palace, I mean, the beta tests for that were in English, so evidently that's coming globally, but Azure Premilia remains undecided, which is kind of concerning. And then to wrap all this up, at the showcase, Wuwa debuted their collab with Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and there were certain aspects of it that players realized, and that is more specifically, like with the end, there was the potential for, I think, Mangzhou, but beyond that small little, I think, like 6-second instance at the end, Rover got a major upgrade. You can see that his entire outfit, well, the lighting here is a lot better, granted, but his entire outfit got an upgrade. You can see, as noted here, there are full stitch lines on his outfit now. There are full 3D textures on his outfit. The neck piece here, his shirt, was pixelated, and now it is replaced by a fully 3D modeled neckline. And then over here, you'll see it in better detail, the full 3D neckline comparatively to what this was here. The tessellated textures and stitch marks over here on the side of his shoulder, the continuous lines here over by his neck. I mean, if you look back at the image here, you'll even see the texture for the I don't even know what that is, a little golden piece, and the text on his chest piece here above the creases on his shirt and beneath his collarbone. And then there's more texture here for the neck piece right here. Like, there are so many improvements to Rover. I really hope female Rover has the same improvements, because, I mean, you know, she has some areas I could definitely do with some enhancement. But I'm actually very excited to see the new, like, models in action, and also hoping to God we get to see something related to Azure Premilia, Silver Palace, and Ananta soon, because god damn, we freaking need it, dude. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.